Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today. And I'm reading ahead for Mother's Day, which in most countries in the world is tomorrow, Sunday. It's the second Sunday in May. And I've had a look at the Mother's Day vibes in Montecito. Pretty grim reading. I had to go and walk away for a bit and recover from that reading. But I'm back, and I'm back with my current favourite tarot deck, which is Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really love it. And I'm going to have a look now at the Twitter storm around pregnancies and, shall we say, pregnancies, both current and previous, because there is a rumor, of course, that has been around for a very long time, that Meghan was allegedly pregnant, or at least claimed she was pregnant prior to the wedding, the spectacle. That is why it was so rushed, and poor Eugenie had to change dates and move her wedding to September so that Harry and Meghan could do the old shotgun wedding in May. And that is why the Queen looked so angry and why the dress was so loose fitting, all of that. I do recall vaguely reading on this a long time ago. I tried to find the reading, couldn't. So maybe it was one of those that was done and wasn't uploaded, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to look at that again in this reading, see what was going on, whether that that oldest trick in the book was played, allegedly, of course, or just rumor, and it's just tarot, and it's for entertainment, it's speculation, and all for fun. And I read energy here, archetypal energy, because we're dealing with archetypes in the royal family. And there is, of course, a disclaimer in the box below. So, got that out the way, and please always remember all of that. But I'm going to look at possible pregnancy, pre-wedding pregnancy, and how that played out, how the Queen felt about that. We saw her face of thunder on the day itself. It's a very famous photo. It's often used when the spectacle is mentioned. And then I'm going to look again at the rumor that's still circulating that she is pregnant now with baby number 3. That rumor is going round and round and round. I read on it back in February when it first surfaced, and there was a lot of speculation she was going to pull that trick to steal attention away from the coronation, but we didn't hear anything then. That all faded. I did a reading on it that got signs of pregnancy, but then I also got signs that Harry was absolutely opposed to the whole thing, as far as I can recall. So I'm going to check that energy again and see if baby number 3 is on its way, if we're suddenly going to see baby number 3. A lot of people were wondering about that hiking photo in this sort of odd shape, but I think that was just a weight belt that she was wearing that she could stick her phone into. But there is rumor, and it's gaining traction again, so it's time to look at it again. I know we very often cover old ground here, but it's because the stories go round and round and round and round. And so here we are again, looking at pregnancy, megnancy, as the word goes. And let's put the underlying energy. We've got 8 of Swords as the underlying energy. I'm just going to move these cards up a little bit. 8 of Swords is, of course, somebody who is... It's a mental trap. It's a mental prison. It's very often somebody who is out of ideas, actually. The 8 of Swords. They can't find a way out of their problems. And I think that's a very apt description for her right now, where she is. She's got herself into a spot of bother, and the 8 of Swords does indicate that. It's all her doing, it's all her thought processes, all her whip-smart schemes that have landed her in this 8 of Swords position. And now how to get her way out of it. And I think, this is pure speculation on my part, that this old trick has been played before in situations where she felt like she needed attention or sympathy or an excuse to get out of jail card. It is the get out of jail card, the pregnancy card, the get out of jail card. Oh, you can't accuse me, you can't blame me, I'm pregnant. It's very much sort of romantic fiction-y sort of soap opera, not even romantic fiction. It's very much soap opera territory. TV soaps. daytime television, that kind of thing. If she spent a lot of her life watching daytime TV, instead of doing healthy pursuits, hobbies and stuff like that, it might be that she's been programmed to think that this is the thing to do when the going gets tough, get pregnant, have a pregnancy and a miscarriage. So that is what the Ace of Swords is telling me. Interesting card to come out as our underlying energy. Tell us, please, what's going on. What are we talking about here? We're talking about the Four of Pentacles. And you can see that this cat has got 4 little mice there. Poor mice. It's catching stuff. It's hanging on to things. It's hanging on to its coin. It's the greedy card, the miserly. Not greedy so much as miserly, mean-spirited card. I'm not going to share things. I'm going to hang on to what I've got. And I'm not going to let it go. Again, it's coming to me. It's a control card. People often say about the Four of Pentacles. It's someone who's overly controlling. And again, I think that this is what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with somebody. She's got she really has got 2 mice, and there's 2 more sort of hanging around. It's want to be in charge of the situation, in charge of the story, and not to be seen to be vulnerable, to be weak, things like that. So I think it's, I need this so that I can get my status, my position, my money. And that would apply equally to the pre-wedding rumor, speculation that she got the ring on her finger because she claimed it then. That was the game that she played to get her status and position then. And if she's playing it again now, she's playing it because she wants something. She wants control. She wants to hang on to something, some status that she's got in the royal family, some money that she thinks she's owed from the royal family. That's how I'm reading that Four of Pentacles. Of course, all my opinion, all my speculation, reading energy. So let's look back at the past here. Did she claim, or was she pregnant pre-wedding? I've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups is very manipulative emotionally when it's in reverse. Cups always are pregnancy, so we're in that sort of territory. We have a moon here, and we have a white horse, a knight, in shining armor comes along to say, don't worry, darling, I'll marry you if you're pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant, clutching that cup. Oh, and it's wooing, but it's also, when it's tipped over, it goes from wooing and from that sort of romantic gestures and stuff like that. Sunset walks on the beach, all that bilge. It's turned into manipulation, emotional manipulation. So I would say that the energy of that card gives a good indication that there was some sort of pregnancy announcement or claim, whether real or imagined. I do think it is possible. The potential, the energy potential is there with that Knight of Cups in reverse. It also, that card, very interesting card. Universe is very, very, very clever. It is also giving me the possibility of loss, of a miscarriage. Or a miscarriage, because the cup is empty, the cup is in the reverse. So a loss. How did the Queen feel about all of this? If there was any truth to this energy that I'm sensing here in these cards, how did she feel about it? Ooh, judgment, the wrath of God. The wrath of God, as the Irish say. They don't mean it like that, though. If they say you look like the wrath of God, they mean you look pretty bad. She was furious. She was sitting there judging Meghan. Absolutely. This card, if you can't see it clearly, it's cats in a graveyard. It's very clever. The angel from a sort of mausoleum there. But it is, you will be judged. And the Queen was a very devout woman. Very, is that the right word? Devout, yes. A woman of faith. And I think she was sitting there thinking, you will get your comeuppance, you will be judged. One day, your day of reckoning will come for what you are doing. And there it is, judgment. And I think we've said enough about that. So let's move now to current time. And is the same story being played out again? Is there a real or imagined pregnancy that is being claimed at the moment, or spoken about, or whispered about? We got the Emperor. The Emperor is not a pregnancy card, but it is a plan. It is a stratagem. It is an organizing card. Somebody who's in charge of something, somebody who has taken charge of something, somebody who might have been out on a walk last weekend with Megan. Let's just say, speculating. So I think there is some plan, some stratagem, and that same somebody seemed to be around pre-wedding and quite visible in certain photos in Toronto. So I think that there is something going on here that we need to look out for. That's my opinion, my personal opinion, and I am of course doing a tarot reading for fun and entertainment and all speculation. And how does Harry feel about this, if there is a similar stratagem being used against him? 5 of Wands. Well, yeah, he's not pleased. He is not pleased. This is a fighting card, a conflict card. Very much fighting within a group. I always say that about the 5 of Wands, but it is because people sparring, people jostling for position, people competing against each other in a team. Sometimes it's healthy competition, sometimes it's unhealthy competition. But there is conflict around this. There is a lot of conflict around this with this 5 of Wands. It doesn't really depict 5 of Wands very well, I don't think. As I said, I do love this tarot deck, but the 5 of Wands, it doesn't show the level of conflict that I'm sensing here. Not at all. It's interesting that this is such a dominant energy. It's such a dominant cat there. This isn't nearly so dominant. This cat here is more of a beta cat. That's more of an alpha cat. So I think we know who's who in the pecking order there. And are we going to see baby number 3 anytime soon? As a result of this stratagem, we got the 3 of Pentacles. Oh God, it's a 3. No, please no. It is 3. It is 3. It's not one of the typical pregnancy cards at all. But it's possible with that. It is possible that it could actually, they could actually go there, unfortunately. And dear Lord, I hope they don't. Please don't, please don't. But it is possible because of 3, and Pentacles are eggs, things like that. That for some reason that this might be decided to be the way to more money, more status, more position. Hang on to that man. Don't let go of that man, because I think that man is done in this situation. And if that man thinks he's done, and then she announces, oh, I'm pregnant, or I've just had a miscarriage, that man is more done than that man thinks he's done. So, wow. Okay, that's the reading. I'm not going to clarify that card. I don't have the strength for it yet. But we will have to look at this again. Let's see what the morrow brings. The morrow could bring some quite startling news. There you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.